I'm Bobby Lopez.
And I'm Darren DeMailey.
And we're the PGA pros at Tupelo Bay. Baby, we got it right this time almost.
Never gets old saying
All right.
that.
And here's the deal. We got what? Jon Rahm.
Rambo.
And who else?
And Dustin Johnson.
DJ, you call it. The DJ. And that's, I guess Rahm knocked one in from downtown or something yesterday.
And so
right
did
there.
DJ. Yeah, it was the odds of both of them making such a long putt from where they were was like winning the lottery. It ain't going to happen.
They both made a putt. That had a Rahm win.
He won in a playoff.
Oh, so he rolled in a long putt. DJ rolled in a long putt on the 18th hole.
Yep.
To get into the play.
Yep.
Okay, I got you. I was watching Father Knows Best. I didn't know what happened.
On TV Land, I bet, right?
TV Land, right, yeah. Yeah, Andy Griffith. All right, so what do you want to look at?
Well, they're both known for their flexed wrist at the top of the backswing, so I'd like to take a look at that. You know, when I was growing up, it was not a popular thing to put your wrist in that position at the top of the swing. But these guys are, at the top of their game, top of the world rankings, and they've got that wrist in a funny position.
Well, Hogan sold this idea on the downswing, which you saw Luke Donald has been putting out some stuff on trying to do that.
Yep.
As you start your downswing, begin to, I think it's easier to do it at the top of the backswing than it is to try and do it on your downswing.
It's even easier if you do it on the start of the takeaway, and that's where Dustin really gets his done. The start of the takeaway is where that wrist starts to flex. But back to Hogan. Hogan was more of a extended wrist at the top. He didn't want that ball going left, so he got that wrist in a cupped or extended position there. But these are very different than that.
Well, that was the top of the backswing.
Top of the backswing, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So go ahead.
But I wanted to show everyone the difference between where their arms are. Even though they have similar wrist positions, because of their body type, their arm swing is in a different spot. So you see here where Jon Rahm is more along his shoulder line and Dustin Johnson's more above his shoulder line. And that's dictated by how their body moves and how their body functions. Dustin Johnson, to me, is the Michael Phelps of golf. He can put his body in positions that most people can't. He's more of what we'd call a ectomorph.
He's built like Michael, like Phelps.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're
exactly.
right.
And Jon Rahm is more of like a mesomorph type of person. And I'm not really
sure. What do you expect? He's half German, half Spaniard. What do you want? What a mixture, huh? I think in dogs they call that a mutt.
That's right. But because of their body types, they can do certain things with the golf club, and sometimes they're limited. But that's where we need you to send your videos in so we can see what your body type is like and what you're doing with golf swing. And we want the two to match up. So we don't want you to try to make a swing like Dustin Johnson if you've got a Jon Rahm type of physique.
And that's so important. You're 100% right. I mean, Lee Trevino and Jack Nicklaus, you talk about two opposing swings that were not even anything alike in any means whatsoever, yet they were both competitive. You've got to work with what you have and what you can do and what your body will allow you to do.
You have to own your own swing.
Yep, that's right. And we can help you do that. All you got to do is get out your cell phone, video your swing, send it to us, and we'll do a complete analysis and send it back to you absolutely free. Won't cost you a dime.
Yeah, not a penny out of your pocket. You owe it to yourself because we want you to play better golf now.
Not next week.
In your case, it's not enough time.
Next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be dead by then. All right, so go ahead. What else did you want to do?
And then I wanted to just show everyone how similar they are in impact, though. So even though that their arms are in a different position at the top, in the downswing, they're really clearing quickly with their lower half. And that goes hand in hand with the wrist position. So as you get more flexed with the wrist, your body's got to be a lot more active as you turn through it in the downswing. You've got to be faster with the hips, faster with the rotation.
Or else it goes left.
Or it'll go left.
There you go. All right. I got you.
Yep.
And you got to keep the back of the left hand moving.
You do. That's for sure. As soon as that stops, you're in trouble.
So as you said, if you actually have a cup wrist position at the top and unleash that, it actually will go faster than a bow's position.
Yes, it will. It will, because you're getting more range of motion in there of the club head itself. And we were talking earlier, you and I, about how the wrist position is going to limit the length of swing. You know, Dustin Johnson's got a much farther swing than Jon Rahm as far as lengthwise, and that has to do with the rotation of the body, the coil. Jon Rahm does not nearly get nearly as much hip turn or shoulder turn than Dustin, and that's why Dustin's able to swing it a little farther back. But the wrist position will limit length of backswing. If you're more of that cupped wrist or extended wrist, you're going to get a lot more range of motion there.
Or less hinge.
Less hinge, correct.
Exactly.
Yep.
There you go. So that's where you look at Rahm right now in the picture on the right. He doesn't get a whole lot of hinge on the golf club or angle that can be unleashed, which is angular acceleration, as the engineers say.
Well, that's a fancy term for you.
There you go. It's a fancy term for me.
That's the word of the day for you.
You got that right. You got that right. So he uses his brute strength in his shoulders.
He uses brute strength, exactly. It's more of a rotational swing, and as opposed to somebody who is like a young Tiger who just kind of whipped the golf club through the hit. You know, Tiger described his golf swing back then as, you know, more of a whip type of motion as opposed to the muscular that you see with both these players.
Now, how can this help the average golfer?
Well, the big takeaway here is the club face angle, right? The less open the club face is, the less you have to close it. So these players are having very little rotation of the face back or rotation of the face through. And I think that's where you're going to be a little bit more consistent. Now, not everybody does it that way, but the less opening and closing you have, I think the more consistent that you'll be.
Well, let me show you Dustin Johnson from the front. And here's his hands on a close-up. And you'll see.
There it is, that first motion. There it was.
And then watch how he keeps the back of the left hand moving, because if not, he's going to hook the daylights out of it.
Yep.
So that's not going to get as much speed as a Johnny Miller who would have a hinge wrist and unload the wrist real hard.
Exactly. It's what I call the mini circle in the golf swing. And what the mini circle is the rotation of the club face around the shaft. There's lots of circles in a golf swing.
He hits it a long way.
He hits it a long way.
Okay.
Lots of different ways to get it done. But that mini circle is, think of the windshield wipers on your car, the wipers going back and forth. That's what I call the mini circle. Dustin Johnson, Jon Rahm don't have those wipers moving at a very fast pace.
You just give me a hard time to the fact my wipers don't work on my car.
You cheapskate.
Well, look, here's what you want to do. You want to get out your cell phone. You want to video your swing down line, what they call down the line, which is like what you see on the right with Rahm right now. And from a front of view, just like you see from DJ right here, and send it to us, right? We'll take a look at it.
Why not?
Why not? It's free.
And you can do it in your pajamas. You can do it from the moon. We don't care where you're at.
We don't get in your back. We get them from people in their backyard, their living room.
Or how about that guy in a tugboat? That was my favorite.
Tucky! Where's Tucky? All right, send it to us at quick service at quickfixgolf.com, or just go to quickfixgolf.com and look for free video analysis and upload your video right there.
And check out our YouTube channel. We post a lot of videos of late. Check out our online class on Wednesdays.
YouTube.com/quickfixgolf.
Join our community. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button and the little bell so we can send you notifications.
Join our community. We'll get you a free green card. Anything else you want to add there?
I think that's it.
That's it. That did it, right?
That's enough.
All right. Don't tell me I didn't.
You didn't record it. Yeah, it's recording.